Hello, Capricorn ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions, okay? So what I like to do is to do a reading focusing solely on your sex life or, for some of you, the lack thereof, all right? Rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, that this is a general reading, and as such, it certainly will not and may not resonate with each and every one of you out there. But for those for whom this reading is meant, I certainly hope that it offers you the valuable insight that you're seeking. Okay? So if this reading does resonate, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share it with others to whom you think might benefit. And Capricorns, be sure to press that subscription button so that you can assure yourselves of receiving future readings. Okay, I certainly like to hear your comments too. So let's just go on and just dive right on deeply into this reading with both feet and just ask Spirit, is there going to be an improvement in your sex life, or simply what's just going on in Capricorn's sex life? And we're going to make this reading valid until the end of June to give you time with which to work with the energies that I'm about to convey. All right. I'm going to start off by sharing with you what I'm seeing as a prevailing overarching theme. Then we're going to revisit your past just to see what might have occurred. And we're going to go on and just fast forward to your present. Okay, and then we'll see what potential challenges or pitfalls might crop up to throw you off your path. And then we're going to give you, ladies and gentlemen, practical advice. And then I'm going to share with you what I'm seeing that's hidden in your situation of which you are not cognizant at this time. Okay? And then just move right along and share with you a probable outcome should you continue on as you are. So, I've already shuffled the cards. Let's go on and just get started with this reading. I'm going to pull a few cards, ladies and gentlemen, from the bottom of the deck here and give you a consolidated story from which to follow. Okay, this is what the reading is really all about here. We have the Ten of Fires here. All right, just want to make sure you guys see the cards and absorb what you're seeing here. You see that this card is certainly showing a lot of violence here, or it looks very violent. It looks quite frightening. Okay, then you have the Nine of Air. So that certainly represents an air sign. So at this point, we have both fire and air energy. All right. And let's go on and just pull, ladies and gentlemen, another card here to gain some insight more so into your situation here. Wow. We have the Hermit here. Okay, so let's just look at these cards um, here together and just see what we are getting. Okay, let's start with just looking at this center card here. We have the Nine of Airs, Capricorns, and that shows many of you worrying about your sex life, or as I said from the onset, the lack thereof. Okay, and it could be connected or with an air sign with whom you've been dealing. Okay, and of course the air signs are Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And there seems to be also a sense that, with just looking at this card here over to your left, a sense of being burdened here I'm getting. You're feeling burdened by someone, and that could also represent a fire sign, fire energy. Okay, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. And this makes you feel that you'll have to isolate yourself in some way or just go it alone. Here with the Hermit card, it's almost you're feeling like giving up in some sense. Or that you simply, Virgo, of course the hermit is Virgo energy here. But I feel that many of you, you want more, you want some space to kind of determine your best path forward here. And it's difficult for you to make a decision here. So again, the center card here, the nine of air, ladies and gentlemen, shows a lot of sexual frustration. I feel that many of you aren't really taking the requisite steps of doing what it takes to be with one another. I feel that, of course, your sex has stopped with this person. It looks like it's someone that you've probably been with for some time now. And this might be happening due to work or other obligations that you've been frustrated a lot with having to do. And frustrated so much so that you don't even try. I don't see you trying here, Capricorn. You know, I see that the problems that you are experiencing, some of them are exaggerated. Okay? And these exaggerations have caused you, unfortunately, to be put off by your partner here. So it's like it's almost like you're living together, just like the cat is there, you're there too. If you have to break it down like that, or that person is there with you. But I feel that if many of you do decide to engage, there is a strong possibility of you getting pregnant here, or of a pregnancy here that I'm seeing that's possible. So, if this is not something that you want to happen, particularly during this time frame in question, you should use a condom, okay? If you're unsure of your feelings regarding this person. And I feel some of you might even be practicing abstinence and celibacy anyway at this time. You know, I'm kind of getting. Let's move on and just hop on into your reading a little bit more deeply and just revisit your past and see what Spirit has to say in regards to your past. Capricorns, if this reading is resonating, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share it with others to whom you think might benefit, and be sure to press that subscription button, okay? So now we have the Knight of Waters. And of course, that represents a water sign. So in the past, you might have had some type of connection with this water sign, but I'm seeing that many of you felt with whomever it was, I'm getting the feeling that you felt that you had met the right person. That this person was your soulmate. And I feel the two of you had a wonderful time together, particularly you in learning from this person and in just simply experiencing falling in love here. I feel that sex certainly was amazing and you felt as if you were on cloud nine, Capricorn. I feel that the two of you were very connected, but at times, this person was easily offended, I'm kind of getting. Nevertheless, Capricorn, this person was very loving and kind to you. And what I'm kicking up here, it looks like it's several people perhaps might be showing here in your reading, but this one I'm looking at is younger. And there's a possibility that this person had a duplicitous nature about him or herself. This person bored easily and more than likely got in various entanglements with others. Excuse me. For some of you, I'm getting here that this might have been a long distance type connection or just a weekend type connection. I'm kind of getting for some of you. All right. So again, the energies that apply to you, let them apply. Those that don't, let them fly. Okay. Let's move right along and ask Spirit what's going on in your present situation here. Okay. You have the Three of Air. So, of course, that's representing an air sign presently with whom you might be dealing. I'm seeing a lot of anger, a lot of revenge and jealousy surrounding you. Either it's you that's feeling this way or the person with whom you are seeing is feeling this way. Either you broke someone's heart or he or she broke yours. I'm kind of getting a sense in some way. And some of you might even want revenge, or you're trying to get, um, or you might be trying to get with another person just to make this person jealous in some sense that I'm kind of seeing. I also feel that many of you might be separating your feelings from love and engaging in sex, possibly with another too. Is it like a, you having sex but you really don't care about this person? It seems to be another person, or one of you have. It seems one of you either is you, Capricorn, or the person with whom you are seeing. Somebody has turned away from the other sexually, and it's mostly due to frustration and a lot of worry that kind of clouds your relationship that I'm kind of getting. Let's see what potential challenges or pitfalls might crop up and things of which you need to be aware of at this time. We have Judgment, ladies and gentlemen, and we're looking at this card as a challenging card here. So Pluto governs this card. So you're being challenged to try to stop repeating patterns or just clinging to the past or constantly playing that old love song over and over again, okay? Or just simply judging, or just, really judging matters very harshly and unfairly, or just being afraid to embrace growth, to embrace change, and just ruminating so much about past failures and difficulties to a point that it's really just, is making you have these fearful, doubtful feelings because you are focusing so much on difficulties or failures. You follow, Capricorn? Let's move right along and get you some practical advice, okay? So certainly it would serve you well if you were to follow it. Okay, we have the Knave of Waters. Okay, so that's a water sign there. Okay, and since we're looking at this card from the perspective of it giving you advice, Spirit wants you to listen to your heart. Perhaps it's time that many of you take an emotional risk for the sake of love. And I feel that there's certainly a good chance for your situation improving. For existing situation and those with others. Okay? And I feel that if this is a new person with whom you are seeing, I'm seeing that he or she is going to be very sexually excited. I'm getting here. All right? So let's see what your outcome would be should you continue on as you are, Capricorns. Again, if this reading is resonating, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share it with others to whom you think might benefit, and be sure to press that subscription button, okay? And last but certainly not least, we have the Emperor. And of course, as many of you already know, it represents Aries. So this card is kind of telling you, if you continue to persevere, ladies and gentlemen, you can certainly expect positive results. Particularly with this card. This card usually gets what it wants, okay? And I'm seeing some of you with someone very experienced and very dominant. And I'm seeing steady progress being made, or is going to be made. Spirit wants you to try to be a bit more assertive and be a bit more courageous, I'm getting. All right? So with that said, Capricorns, this is your reading. I certainly hope that has offered food for thought. Be sure to like and share, subscribe if you've yet to subscribe. And should anyone wishes to have a more personalized reading, please access my website to schedule and or to purchase. Thanks so much for your time. Enjoy your day now.